To get started, I would like to tell you a little bit about the Uganda Green Enterprise Finance Accelerator. What's the thinking behind it? The thinking behind it is combining non-financial support, which we have been doing in Uganda for more than 10 years, with financial support, because we saw over time the enterprise we work with, they have financial needs as one of their biggest concerns.
The European Union indeed is at the forefront in the fight against climate change globally, and at the heart of it is our mission to become the first climate neutral continent by 2050. That is our very ambitious objective. So in Uganda now, the EU is adapting its cooperation programs so that they deliver on our global commitments, but we are also running access to finance programs which target specifically green SMEs. And so for this reason, the EU is very proud to support the UGEFA program, whose objective is to improve access to finance for green enterprises through direct acceleration support and facilitating tailored loans.
This pandemic has increased poverty levels and unemployment, which were and are still an enormous challenge for Uganda. Despite these challenges, Uganda has created an enabling framework addressing climate change and promoting green growth. Under the third National Development Plan, government has a fully fledged program on climate change and green growth, in addition to streamlining it in all the 17 programs.
The European Union has a fully fledged portfolio on this topic. We have what we call the START facility, which focuses on the northern part of Uganda. The size is from 10,000 to 100,000 euros. Then there is a specific support to the Uganda Development Bank to help the bank expand its pipeline throughout the country. So the project identifies suitable SMEs throughout the country, trains them, and then passes this pipeline to UDB for consideration.
Bank of Uganda is coming up with a policy framework to deal with climate-related risks. And the intention of this is to ensure that we integrate climate change-related risks into the Bank of Uganda macro and micro supervision framework.
In FSD Uganda's new strategy, this is a big part of our portfolio. The way we've prioritized thinking about this extremely important issue is in terms of take-home incomes of people and businesses. Therefore, in terms of our focus, in terms of what is the role of the financial sector in helping economic growth, we focused first on climate adaptation finance. That is going to be our focus. As FSD Uganda, we plan to work with the regulators, especially the Central Bank and the Capital Markets Authority, to understand how do we limit the risks of climate effects to the financial system while continuing to invest in greener initiatives.
The East African Development Bank is committed to carbon neutrality. As we all know that climate change is now recognized as one of the biggest challenges to socio-economic development.
With a grant from the German Development Bank to the magnitude of 6 million euros. Our normal implementation mechanism is that we give a grant to the Ministry of Finance, and this is then on lend to the respective partner, in that case, the East African Development Bank. First, why have we set up this biodiversity investment facility? Obviously, because climate is one of our priorities as KfW, but I think this is not the only reason. I think biodiversity is vital for all businesses.